As you have decided to engage in a romantic relationship with a guy as a lady or with a lady as a man, I know that you have a lot of things that you need to look forward to in that partner. It goes both ways though. So I want to address certain standards, because I realize that this generation, we have taken certain standards to a height that is somehow ridiculous. Hear me out. I'm not saying certain standard is wrong or is bad. In fact, it is necessary. So let's dive in. I'm going to address the ladies first. As a lady, I know you have these standards in your head that looks like a perfect image. As a lady, you want a tall, dark, and handsome guy and all those things. That's not even a standard. Yeah, it is funny because a tall guy, we are talking about complexion, you're talking about height, you're talking about beauty. All those things are not standards, because we have 1,000,001 men that fall into that category. So what are you going to do about that? Where I want to come in is to ask you this question. The standards that you have set for yourself and for the person that you want to engage with, do you measure with that standard? Have you a thought about what that man will want, or you feel that man will not have a standard? So we need to stop being delusional about our standards and try to have a realistic and more focused standard. So I'm not even saying in this video that you should not have a standard. What I'm saying in this video is that don't be delusional and face reality. Let me address just few of it so I won't take much of your time. If you want someone that is responsible and accountable and you are not, that's a mismatch. And in fact, I'm going to talk to the men about it later in this video. So I'm still talking to the ladies now. If you intend to marry somebody that is kind, that is peaceful, you have to provide an ambience that will make that thrive. In that case, it is very, very important to have it at the back of our mind that you have to be that standard first. All these unrealistic standards, you need to check it yourself. You need to focus on the core things. Because when you look at these standards, you should think about it. Do you know how many men that can fall into this category? Do you know that these standards can be faked and you will fall into the trap? It's a whole lot of things, and being delusional or having fantasy about all these things, it's not going to help in any way. It's not going to help. As for the men, I realize that many men really do not have standards when it comes to the choice of having a partner, because beauty, or let's say physique, complexion, shape, all those things, they are not standards. Yes, they are not standards. You don't have to agree, they are not standards. What do you want to do with beauty? What do you want to do with the shape, the physique, and all that? When there are more important things to look into, how she could handle resources. If someone can handle 5,000, that person cannot handle 100,000. You are looking into someone that prioritizes a physical appearance over values and many other core things, and you think that's a standard just because she appeals to you physically. The journey is very long. There are things that can change, and the beauty and the shape is also part of it. So what do? Do you change the person? These standards that I'm talking about doesn't mean that you have to be the same. It just means that you both must create an environment that makes these standards to stay alive. For you to do well in this context, you must be flexible with your standards, because change is constant. And that standard that you are setting at this point is just a function of your current age, your current exposure, and your current knowledge. So when that changes, what happens? When you grow older, you get more exposed, you have more knowledge, and you look back at the standards that you set before, you just laugh at yourself like, was this really me? So that's the reason why I said you have to be flexible with your standards, because setting standards is not the end of it all. Things change. You will change, your partner will change. Change is constant. So it's the ability to be flexible with all these things that matters, because as you are changing, you have to be able to adapt to the new you, to the new her. No one will exactly match that high standard that you are setting for yourself. Even people that have high standard, they are more realistic than people that have low exposure, they have some weird expectations, and people that are ignorant of realities. Take a look back at all the standards that you have set for yourself before, if you're married, and you look at yourself now and look at the gap. Look at the difference in your present reality and the standard that you have set before. Sometimes you just laugh because it's funny. As you set standards for the partner that you want to have or the partner that you have, you must also have a standard for yourself. The uprightness of your partner alone is not enough to sustain your relationship. You both have to sustain the relationship together. So once you have a certain standard for your man, you also must measure up so that it can be balanced. It is ridiculous to want a partner that is accountable about his finances and you are not accountable about your finances. It is not done that way. You want a partner that explains his finances, his expenses. Oh, I did this, I'm planning to do this. Okay, this is how much I have and all that. Then when they ask you, you change the whole conversation or you hide it from the partner, or that's not proper. That's not proper. So if you want an accountable partner, then be an accountable partner. That's what I'm saying. I'll see you in my next video.